There are a lot of people in this town who are completely disconnected. They don't know anyone, they work in Melbourne, they sleep here, which means that it's really difficult for that community feeling to actually happen with people who haven't got family here or haven't got a hobby that is something they can share here.
So the project was basically designed to bring people together, to bring the senior citizens of Ballan together with the students at Ballan Primary School. The day the senior citizens came to the school was absolutely magic. The children were so excited and they treated them as if they were celebrities.
It was fun transforming the special objects into artwork. We have learnt a lot while participating in this project, more of what life was like many years ago. Lots of techniques for making artwork and how to work together to create artwork.
It was a huge task and I couldn't believe what I saw when I put them together. So this one is Joyce's opal ring, and this is a ring that she found in Coburg when she was younger, about 50 years ago, and it was far too expensive for her to buy at the time. She put it on lay-by and she slowly paid it off, and she's worn it ever since. When she came up to the school, she was wearing the ring, and it was special for the kids to see the ring on her finger.
And they asked me how old I was, and they just gasped. And I told them.
Did you say 22? Yeah, well, that's good, isn't it? Yeah.
One of them said, "We hope to see you again because you were awesome."
Oh, isn't that lovely? Yeah.
I guess I've learnt a way that I can take my style of artwork and get a whole lot of people involved and create something that does look really good and has a lot of meaning behind it, which I loved about this project.
And we have been planning for Wombat, which is the first time in 12 years Wombat Regional Arts Network has actually planned anything long term.
Remember, your vision is the future that you want to create. Your mission is how you're going to get there.
We need to somehow communicate to the public that it's not just a professional arts thing.
For some people, the art is the driving force. For some people, the community is the driving force, doing it through art.
And how do you marry those two?
For some people, it's the fun.
And for some people, it's the fun. So all of those things can be there. We don't all have to have identical visions. We can share a vision.
Just trying to get the difference between the professionals and the amateurs smaller is the biggest challenge, I think. The grassroots feeling now very strongly is that we are all artists, and that what we want to do is use the artists in everybody, absolutely everybody in the community, to connect them. 2 projects that have been set in motion. First one's Bungle Gear, which is very ambitious. It's setting up a business that will be making recycled clothing that's wearable art, using op-shop vintage stuff. Halloween is when we're starting, designing the label, the swing tag that's going on all the clothes.
It's gone wonderfully. The sign says it all. Everyone's had fun. We've had cupcakes and coffee. And this sign will go up along the change rooms to advertise Bungle Gear and get the community involved in having a go at a bit of art. It brings people's ideas together. It engages people. You can forget it, if you've had a bad day, you can forget about your problems for a little while. People that thought they weren't creative can produce something and then all of a sudden you're like, wow, I did that.
We're tie-dyeing, Dad. With whoever walks down the street or comes to the op shop. Last week we cut out things and made jackets by lying down and drawing around ourselves. Yeah. On account of people are allergic to measuring themselves.
This is our first artist dinner. You're here because you actually want to be artists who make money, not in. And we have Anne Hardwick here to actually tell you a bit about that.
Firstly,
you need to be very self-gratified with the fact that you're the chosen people. Very few people in our society can express themselves through art. You are all blessed with a gift, a very fine gift. If you never sell anything, it doesn't matter. You can't all be selling in major galleries, you have to accept that. And you won't all be selling in major galleries. Very few people do, and it's a very hard road. But a lot of you are quite capable, very capable of selling successfully at good standard markets, fairs, all sorts of outlets like that, small shops. The very point that Sarah made is you have to find a line that works. You've got to get out there, you've got to market yourself, you've got to believe in what you're doing.
You realise everybody's in the same boat. We all want to put our work out there, but sometimes you get stuck. How do you do it?
What I learnt was it's really good to have the support, and I learnt that there's really a lot more of us around this area than I would have given credit for. So I'm looking forward to meeting them all again.
Well, because I've been painting for a long time, it will actually help me to be more confident in selling my work as distinct from just doing it.
Feels like it could be the start of something to me. I hope it is. A case for trading places, presenting the case for changing your life in some particular way.
We came up with the idea where we were from, coming into the Ballan men's group as the commonality, and then what we do together from there. And the guys in the men's group come from a total of 11 countries with a whole range of skills and experiences. I'm not artistic at all, or I didn't think I was. And that was quite a challenge getting that together. I wanted to make it, left and right and angle, but it didn't come out anything like that. It sort of took on its own life as it was made.
It was a Take the Challenge metal suitcase based on a race car to do with the local mechanical business down the main street.
I'd lived in Zambia for 3 years, so I used that experience as the expression of my suitcase. As human beings, we all go through change, and to stop and take stock of it and celebrate it is a really valuable thing.
The grade sixes are doing a suitcase together so that they can preserve, this is my childhood and this is the big world I'm hoping high school will be. We're going to start making a giant matchbox so that the inside slides out. They've got, the outside is their primary school life, the chrysalis shell. The inside is what they imagine secondary school to be. So this is their present self. This is them actually really telling you quite a lot, which is such a privilege, isn't it? For kids right on that cusp of adulthood to be able to be that open about themselves in this sort of a situation, to be put on display. I mean, how grateful I feel about that.
This is the Ballan Autumn Festival. It's the 24th of March and we've been working towards this for a year. So the whole street is closed. There's all sorts of people doing all sorts of things, pet shows, stage shows, exhibitions, photographic displays. The suitcases are all together under one roof for the Case for Trading Places. The hats and bags and gloves that were made by Bungle Gear are all in one place in the exhibition just behind us.
We all don't come from the same place, we all don't think the same way, and arts projects give something that you can comment on, you can criticise and you can say what you think about it, and it brings out the human part of people.
It's going to keep on bubbling until the next thing, but there does need to be a next thing and a next thing.
So, as you can hear by the laughter, it's very engaging.
Still really proud of it. Even prouder, probably.